Hey everybody, my name is Rob. I do websites, marketing, consulting, and coaching for accountants, bookkeepers, and then small businesses in general. But I'm trying to cover what I usually do in a sales call so that you understand how it is that you can grow an outsourced accounting firm. And I'm going to dive right in right now about who are the best clients that you should be positioning in front of. Who is it that you should be targeting? What's the best industry niche for a small business? And I can't tell you enough about this. So many people are looking at, I want to work with real estate investors. I want to work with contractors. There's value in marketing towards a niche, but what's more important is focusing on the type of operations that have the most complex problems that you want to solve. Okay, and I'll just jump to the chase here. It's about far more than how much money is in their bank account. It's all about, as a business, as an operation, where can you come in? And the complexity's hard enough, but it's not so big that they're just going to hire internally. We got to find people that have expensive problems to solve. So I'm going to bring you through the 5 stages of entrepreneurship, of business ownership, that show you who's the perfect client for you. So number 1, when you first start out a business, you're a dreamer. You're starting to plan. There are lots of contractors working inside of a construction company right now that absolutely want their own business but don't have it. This is where they're in the planning series. They're doing lots of homework. They don't have any money to do this. And as an accountant, this is a hard group to sell to. A lot of times you're just helping them do their LLC and set up their business account. Number 2, you're going to have your self-employed people, right? Your self-employed people have launched off. Usually they steal a client from their old company, right? And they start out, and now all of a sudden they realize they just still have a job. It's time in for money out, and it's very difficult. They have to wear every hat in the business. Now they're the janitor, they're the IT person. They have to sell, and they have to do production, right? And so this is an incredibly tough spot. This is a lot of times where people first get started. They might be a real estate agent, an insurance broker. The whole idea is they're 1099. Might be a 1099 self-contractor or subcontractor, whatever that is. That's kind of the second stage. This can be a good little group for you. But even if somebody is, like, let's just say they're an insurance agent and they're making $500,000 a year, they don't have any staff, but they have a lot of money. There's not that much problem for them that needs solving. You whack them with an S-Corp, you get them with a solo 401k with Vanguard, you start investing in real estate over time, you start to hire your kids and build a little business. You can do some tax planning here, but these people are not used to big, expensive outflows, right? They're usually buying stuff for themselves. Now, on the other hand, myself, I have a team of 9. And guys like me can have between $20,000 and $120,000 a month in payroll. That's a big deal. Okay. For me to have that's the next stage. People that are managing a team, people that are building a team of complementary gifted people around them. That's the honey hole. Okay. That honey hole are small businesses. If you were to go take a look at most of the pickup trucks driving around the roundabout in front of you right now that have a company logo on the side of them, most of them have between 2 and 30 employees, somewhere in there. And most of them they could be doing anywhere between $500,000 a year and $20 million a year. But the idea here is they have some screwing around. When there's additional people on the team, they have to focus. So this is the most valuable thing. I could go on and on and on about this, but this is who we want to target. You're looking for people with employees, primarily because if they have other employees, they also believe that if they get a complementary gifted operation next to them, person or service, an outsourced accountant, then that will do it better than they could. And they're used to a bigger outlay. So again, if you're paying $40,000 a month in salaries, it's not that big of a stretch to get somebody to pay you $2,500 a month for the accounting, bookkeeping, tax planning. In particular, you also have all the messing around with payroll, your accounting. The stakes are higher, the revenue's higher, the outlays are higher. This is a great group. Now, the next stage up you're going to find is that people they have a team and they're really developing an empowered system around them. They might be getting into like the traction for their business, the Hubs, or not HubSpot, but Gino Wickman's traction system, the Entrepreneur EOS operating system. What they're doing is they're really getting leadership and management in place so that they can scale tremendously, right? This is a good spot. You're starting to get to a point where they're going to want more CFO style services, and that's perfect. You're going to be able to provide the reporting. You're probably going to have to help them get some sort of operating model in place. So it might be a software like Jobber, Service Titan, or it could be that you're coming in and helping them get on board with a system that shows them more on their process. It gives them the tools to analyze profitability, also helps them hold their team together. This is a good spot. Now, the last one, I say sellable franchise, but really there are big businesses, and that's the last. I don't know that big business is a great spot for most of us small business accountants. I say sellable franchise, but it should really just say huge corporations. There's a size where there is nothing you can do. They should be with big regional accounting firms, or they should be with Big 4, Big 10, Big 20 firms. And I just don't think that that's a good fit for most people. Also, you don't want to be sunk into a big old whale. Let me just tell you about this. I think that the money is all in getting towards these small businesses because you're not attached to a whale. And a whale, if you think about it, I'd much rather have my nets out. Maybe you have one whale and some tuna and some dolphin. You got a good mix of diversity of size of clients so that you don't have it where if one big client leaves, you lose freaking 35% of your revenue. That's an awful position to be in. Now, there's a book out there called Built to Sell that's really good at productizing what you're doing. I really recommend that this is the best spot. These are the best clients to go after, and we can set up advertising, remarketing, SEO to dial in and absolutely command the search engines and get these groups of people in here. And this could be everything from contractors to remodelers to home service businesses. This can be real estate agents. This can be all sorts of small businesses, and we know how to do that. So book a consultation, but I think this is really important before we get started. Good luck. God bless. Check out feedbackwrench.com. We'd love to help you.